interesting, but that's just because I like baseball. Did you like the baseball question I put on the test?
I did.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got it right.
So the question is the salary in millions of dollars for the team, does it correlate to the average attendance per game? Which means, as more people come to your games, do you have more money for salary? Or does it not go towards the players? Or vice versa, if you're a team that spends a lot of money on your players' salaries, does that mean more people are coming to your games? So what do you think? Do we want to do this, or do we feel like we already know enough?
I want to do it.
We will do it.
We're doing it? Okay, all right. Go to it. So sit with your partner. If you want to, you can put your own numbers in these calculators.
I got it. I would have.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you gonna do it? Michael, are you moving or no?
No, I'm not. Caitlin's moving. I would have moved.
Like, you wanna like move your stuff? Please?
Thank you.
Zach, you better watch it, I'll stick this on you.
Stick what on
The googly eye.
You know what, would you like this better? Would you like me just to tell you the R? And just do the test?
Yeah.
Okay, because we all agree that we can totally do this on our calculators. We know how to find an R.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to tell you right now that the R was 0.769.
Wait, did you just type all those numbers in or anything in the book?
These numbers came from the book to begin with.
I know, but like, you need like the R from the book.
Yes, I did. And we're using alpha is 0.01. So go ahead with your partner right now, do a, and we're doing a two-tailed test.
How do you know that?
Just
I'm so
because
confused.
so what does it mean when a correlation coefficient is significant?
I don't know.
Because both sides can be significant. So like, say you had like 5 pizzas. If like four are disappearing, that'd be significant. That'd be noticeable. Say 4 appear randomly, that would also be noticeable.
So basically, you could have a really strong positive correlation, right?
Yeah.
Or a really strong negative correlation. So I'm just asking if it's significant. I'm not saying that it's going to be positive or it's going to be negative. I just want to know if it's significant, which is why it's a two-tailed test. Because it could be super significant positive, or it could be super significant negative.
So how do we know if it's not?
If it's not two-tailed, almost all of them are two-tailed, but then they might say, test and see if it's a positive, a significant positive correlation. That'd be a right-tailed test.
Or like they say like significantly less.
Not less, significant negative correlation would be a left-tailed test, yeah.
Okay.
Is it 0.00?
0.01. So yeah, then you don't need the 2 tails, so just go.
I know, but I just do it now.
Wait, no, just look at the 2 tail line and find that out there.
I know, but that's not on the thing for the test, so I just.
We don't get a t-test on the
It is,
test?
but there's not a 2-tail, 1-tail, that's just.
Oh, okay.
Single.
You have to think about that 0.025 essentially instead of that 0.05.
It's 30
yeah.
difference, right?
Did you get 6?
It's 30, right, for the
I got
end?
6.27.
So,
Yeah, I think it was.
I got 6.36.
Yeah, it's 30. 30 pairs.
How did you get this?
Because I was just saying, stupid online. Instead of saying that's right, just had it.
Just go with R.
Screw that, and then just did the 0.769 divided by square root of 0.49. Yeah, I ended up getting like it was like 0.02 or something in the last one.
Oh, you wanna know why? It's because you went with this number.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
wish I gave you the names of. Yeah.
It's interesting data, isn't it?
Right now, here's the Oakland A's are moving to Las Vegas.
Are they really?
What'd you do?
Oh,
They,
I'm not sure, bro.
Just like how the
That's-
Memphis
Who'd you
Grizzlies were.
they used to be really good though.
6.36.
That's
They used
what
to
I
be
got.
good.
Alright.
Never
Yeah,
World
Moneyball.
Series good, but oh,
Oh,
never
I-
money wise,
Oh,
no.
right.
Money,
I
no,
did
never
40
mind.
to-
Well, their owner is rich.
It's 28, yeah,
Like,
six, yeah, that's what I meant. But like the
Filthy
end.
rich, but he just doesn't,
Okay, so
He like-
reject.
he like scams the system kind of, like the MLB had like a, rule about like
I know, that's what I
Right,
was
or like
thinking, we didn't do that, but I don't.
something and he like,
I
he's
figured
like
out a
cheating
way
the
to
system
write
kind of, so he just gets a lot of money.
An easy way to write those. so I
The
don't
Oakland
have to
A's,
circle
Oakland A's.
down.
But then he says that they're moving because of the fans, but it's really because the team has absolutely sucked.
I
Mhm.
think it looks-
I think they won 3 games,
Oh, really?
I think, no, I think they won last night.
So.
Can I look it up?
It's equal, right?
Are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing.
It's probably 4 or
We,
5.
Cool, you know
and
what?
the
Is that, I
correlation,
think, are they just
Well,
following
we
the
fished
footsteps of
this
the
in.
Oakland Raiders moving to Las Vegas?
Probably.
They are 5-18 right now,
Yeah, they won last night.
and they play the Angels at 8:38 tonight.
The only baseball team I have to pay attention to is the Blue Jays, so.
Yeah, they've won.
For some reason,
11 to 10.
Josh, my brother, is a Toronto Blue Jays fan. And
So is my daughter, but my daughter has no good reason.
She's a
Of
Blue
course,
Jays-
I didn't have
Blue
any
Jays
good
fan?
reason to be a White Sox fan.
She's a Blue Jays fan?
She's only a Blue Jays fan because Bo was obsessed with collecting hats, baseball caps. And she liked the Blue Jay hat the best.
Oh.
And he liked that she liked anything baseball because my husband's obsessed with
Oh,
baseball. And so he was very much like, let's get you a Blue Jay sweatshirt and there's a Blue Jay game on, like, and she's like, okay, so she became a fan.
Cool.
I became
I
a,
wish I was 9.
I became a fan of, the White Sox because my brother was a fan of the Cubs. That was it. That was the only reason. It was just spite. It's totally spite.
I see that.
I'm not that crazy about the White Sox anymore because I don't pay, like, I was really paying attention during, like, the Ozzie years. Their manager. He was crazy and fun because he was insane. And always like, he was like one of the only managers in like MLB who was like getting in altercations in the game, like throwing punches, and I thought it was entertaining. I used to know like every player on the team. When I was first dating Bo, and I was making a point, because he was also into the Twins, which was a nice rivalry. But with my brother, who's 14 years older than me, at some point I was basically like, what team does Sean like? And my parents were like, the Cubs, because we lived in Illinois. And I was like, what's the opposite of the Cubs? And they were like, the White Sox. And I was like, guess that's what I'm a fan. So then I started learning names of players just for spite, watching games just for spite, and then accidentally started liking baseball a lot. So that's how baseball became my favorite sport, because of really committing to spite. Yeah. All right, you guys want to come up here, or do you want me just to confirm if you're right?
And go get another quarterback.
Yeah, was that?
All right, let me confirm that you're right first before you come up, because we do have to win prizes, yes?
Yes.
All right, so your null should have been that rho was equal to 0, and your alternative was that no rho was not equal to 0. Your rejection region should have been positive and negative 2.763.
Yep.
Then you end up with a t-score of 6.366, which means you reject the null, and you can conclude that there is a significant linear correlation between the salaries and the average attendances per home game in the teams in the major league.
Do I have to write a full sentence like that?
On the AP test, yes.
Can you say
It was, I can conclude that there is a significant linear correlation between the salaries and the average attendance at home games. I do like also that they only gave you the attendance per home game. That's smart.
Oh, yeah.
Because who cares if you go somewhere else? Okay, so who's up?